Hercesite Sandler. Welcome back to Tom Plays EUIV Universalis 4 for absolute beginners. We're back with the Ottomans. We've just finally encircled the Black Sea, eaten into Russia a little bit. Not that they'll have noticed because they're so massive. And we're just looking at some small nations that have appeared in the wake of the final destruction of Karabakh. So Georgia has re-emerged as an independent nation, who we're not going to be able to vassalise this time because we own some Georgian provinces. This new nation, Karabakh, has emerged, and they're currently quite small with absolutely no allies. So we have 3 claims on them now, so we're actually about to attack them. Mazandaran has grown, moving into what remained of Karabakh. Oh, there is a little bit of Karabakh left. I stand corrected. And what will now come in very handy is we have Mushasha as a vassal. So I'm going to ignore the Mamluks again because they are quite big and they have some decent allies. They've got Yemen, they've got Sindh, they've got Baluchistan. This is Sharia law again, so we're going to take the hit to our tax by following the law. And they've also got another ally who I haven't managed to find, so I'm assuming they're reasonably small, but in any case that's enough allies, and the Mamluks are big enough themselves. Granted, this is all desert, so they're not quite as big as they look on here, but I still think it's a shame not to take advantage of a temporary weakness down here. So even though we haven't recovered from our European wars yet, let's go for it. Let's just head in. Leaving one army up there. Because we're expecting some uprisings up here, because we recently took this land. And I really think 2 armies is enough. Especially with Mushasha nearby as well. So yeah, there we go. Finally finished coring all the land we got. Just speed up a little. So I'm hoping this war will be relatively quick. It'll be relatively low in aggressive expansion, and we can possibly go straight to attacking Georgia straight afterwards, because they also don't have any allies. What I was expecting was for these two to ally each other. So I'm just getting in there before that happens so I can take them down one by one, ideally. So we'll see how it goes. But I might break the usual rule and go straight to another attack on a southern nation. Okay, provincial governors, the Beys. So we're trying to centralise, which gives us more power. It's an interesting one. Well, I don't want to give in to their demands. Local autonomy is never a good thing. Limit the concessions we could do because our legitimacy is at 100. Rein them in is tempting, but I think maybe the middle ground is a better option under the circumstances. It can be quite foolish to ignore your nobles altogether. And the Beys seem to be the local equivalent. Okay, Russian separatists, and so it begins. Probably don't need the whole army for this, but just in case. Hadn't noticed that I'd gained a castle there, that's good. I've got a castle on the border with Russia, which is reassuring. Things are not looking good for Karabakh. Okay, so we now purely sieging. Ooh. Seem to come around fast. It sounds like it is free monarch point time again. Let's go take advantage of that. Merchants Guild, I think, is going to be disloyal, but they should recover from it fairly soon, so it's not too bad. There we go. The Age of Caprulus. I am never going to pronounce that correctly. That's more umlauts I've never seen in a single word. System. Right, I see. So he was originally a Christian boy, but we took him as part of our system, the one we use for the Janissary troops. Then the Treasury. Excellent and honest administrator, a rare creature in the Ottoman Empire. Oi, what are you saying about my empire? Okay, appointed Grand Vizier. Fierce fighter of he does look pretty good. So, I suppose we're probably going to get issues later because of his heritage. But I still think he looks good. So we're going to get... Right, I see. So he's not a specific advisor, it's just an effect until the death of our Sultan. So I'm hoping she's going to live a reasonable amount longer. Oh yeah, she's going to outlive the heir, actually. How strange. Okay. Another big issue. Okay, they're apparently going to start besieging Shervan. Servan, as we now call it. There we go. Let's take their army down. Might as well get 100% war score. I'm sure you would like to make peace. Unfortunately, I'm not keen right now. I want to finish this siege first, which admittedly won't take very long. Actually, why am I sending my army back? I'm thinking I might want to attack Georgia next. Okay, so we've now got 100% war score, so what can we actually get? We can get those free lands ceded. Can we get them as a vassal? We could also get them as a vassal. We could actually get the free lands ceded and get them as a vassal. However, we could probably just take all the lands. Do a lot of aggressive expansion. But somehow I find myself struggling to worry. As things stand, right, so supply limit 29, that's our best option. He's got even more admin power. So how are we doing with these guys? Do not yet have... Hang on, sorry, was that my spy being caught? No. That's good. Alright, sounds like we already have a claim. Maybe we should have just attacked with that. Alright. This is why I sent my army back. Never mind. The army's actually nearer now anyway. Come on, get us to 25. I think I might actually attack on that. either vassalise them or we can just take 2 of the provinces and finish them off next time. Okay, now that's fair enough. I mean, we do favour the army more. I've been trying to keep the navy, you know, up to spec. Fabricate a claim. Let's take Imereti. So they still have no allies. Let's go. I'm just going to go straight for the castles. We'll leave the vassals to mop up the rest. You go back to Kirin, and you head to Yedi-Shul? Yedi-Shkul? Interesting. I'm seriously butchering these name pronunciations. Let's start the missionary work again. So at least that's only 52 months. It's less than 2 years. So, brilliant. Actually making some progress. Now normally, I would say we could work on building the army and the navy, but I'm actually wondering if for one thing we should be building more manufactories, and if for another thing we shouldn't be saving money up so we can embrace global trade when it hits. But it hasn't really hit anywhere yet, so we've probably got a way to go before that. So how about manufactories, just while we're attacking Georgia? So if we look at where the workshops are, actually we might be able to do the one in Constantinople now. Yes, we can. So that's always going to be a good option because it's our most developed province. So brilliant. Can we build another one? Could we make a second manufactory? So how about Kirim and Kuban? Either of those. Kirim would be a better option. Let's build one there. I don't know if you remember, we do have a mission that's actually build manufactories somewhere. Quite a way back. There we are. We need at least 20, so we do need quite a few. But more to the point, we want to build them because of the institution, which actually is next. So every manufacturer we have built before this institution hits, and while we're getting it spreading, is worth extra. So this is the time to build them. Once we've embraced the manufacturer's institution, they'll only be useful for money and for fulfilling the quest, whereas right now they're worth much more. So yeah, we'll even need to think about building at least one university for the final institution, the Enlightenment. But for now, manufactories, wherever we can build them. It's actually really handy that all the uprisings seem to be happening up here. It makes sense because it's the most recently conquered area. But it means the army isn't far away. I might have to go after that army after we've done this as well. It does feel a bit weird having peacefully annexed Georgia to now be fighting them again. But I suppose that's how it goes. Just hope it doesn't give my own Georgian subjects ideas. A bunch of armies spilling over. Okay, this is because we have quality ideas. We're actually going to lose a ton of manpower. I'm hoping it doesn't affect us that much because we're on 0 manpower anyway. Build these armies together, and we're going to head over here and start fighting these little Georgian armies. I think they're going for a form of Fabian tactics, possibly. They don't want to fight our armies, but they're going to see if they can take as much land as possible. Missionary. Theologian is complaining that we're not investing enough in missionary activities. Right, I'm going to say yes. Let's give him some of our administrative power. So I'm all in favour of our missionaries. Okay, so we're going to try and engage with these guerrilla armies. if we can. Nothing else will at least be able to seriously inconvenience them, because they'll have to avoid our main army. No, we're making progress. We've also won a siege, which is brilliant, so we can start taking more Georgian land. Be there in no time at this rate. They're already trying to make peace. Have to decide what kind of peace we want. It would be nice if we could vassalize them. Up there. Going to need to split that army. Or I suppose we could really push our luck on the aggressive expansion and just try and take all the land. Just outright. Let's see what our options are. Okay, so their suggested demands is to just give us the 2 provinces we had a claim on. Understandable. Ottoman vassal is an option. So what does that give us? That gives us a 23.4 aggressive expansion. Taking all of their land, which is also an option, gives us 35.1 aggressive expansion. Guessing we're at our limit for diplomatic. Still thinking Ottoman vassal is probably less damaging overall. Let's make them a vassal. So we won't take any more land off them. We'll just force them to be a vassal. So we need to start improving relations as soon as we possibly can, because they're currently very unhappy. Ooh. Another military technology. Never a bad thing. Okay, so we are going to lose some diplomatic points here. What we could do at this stage is maybe annex one of our other vassals. So if we annex Astrakhan, while solidifying our hold on Georgia, because they're smaller than Nogai. That will also give us better access to Kazan for an attack on them. Should be able to claim 3 provinces instead of just the 1, so that would be nice. Can move into Kazan instead of constantly attacking Russia. Okay, so let's slow things down a little. I'm going to split this army. You go on the castle. But before they were split, what are we looking at? 25 infantry, 5 cavalry. That is too many cavalry, I think. Cavalry are less useful now anyway. So I certainly don't want more than 4 in any regiment. So let's eliminate one of the cavalry. Okay. So we have a total army of 40. So we have 25 infantry, 4 cavalry, and 11 guns. So the only difference basically is we need 4 more infantry in the other 2 armies to make them the same. And we could do with more guns. Does depend on our money. Money's looking good. Of course we only have mostly +1 advisors and one of them is extra cheap. I think the +2 is extra cheap, so if we count that as all +1 advisors. That is a bit of a drawback. So, still not enough money really. But nevertheless, it's not terrible. Still, in the interest of making more, let's mothball the forts for now. Our navy apparently has gone above its naval force limit, which is surprising. Is that because of the extra troops we got from Georgia? The extra ships? I think it is. So I'm going to separate these out. We're going to send the caravels, which are the modern day light ships, from the galleys. The war galleys. Oh, hang on. No. Never do that by accident. It's right next to the split button. If you click OK on that, it can utterly destroy your country, because if you destroy your main army by accident when you're trying to split them, basically everyone will attack you, because they'll see you've got no army. Got some separatists, fine, I will come over and sort you out. Okay. Imagine. Oh, I suppose the Timurids might not attack Mazandaran. They might try and vassal them though. I think they are allies at the moment. But in any case, I don't want to do anything down here for a while, because we should be through the roof on attacks. I might actually even wait until we finish annexing Astrakhan before even attacking Kazan. 1615, so that is 3 years. But then we're still on 0 manpower, so I think we could do with the recovery anyway. Okay, so let's split these up. So that's a war galley, so I want that with my main navy. War galley, main navy. Caravan, we can go to Bolu. War galley, main navy. War galley, main navy. I think the remaining 3 may be light ships. Let's give them a bit of time to clear. Yes, they're all light ships. Here's another light ship. So we'll send those off on trade protection missions. But I might even replace one of our existing ones. Probably not that one, because that has a lot of people in it, but this only has 3, so they're currently protecting trade in Ragasa. So let's disband them, and we'll give these the same mission. Protect trade. So Ragasa? Yeah, okay. Protect trade in Ragasa. There we go. Okay, spare no expense. Admin power is worth more than money. How are we doing with rebels? Great Horde, Georgia, of course. Yeah. Endless supply of rebels. Really need to get humanist ideas. Never mind. Never mind. Too many diplomatic relations. We're trying to fix that by annexing Astrakhan though. So that is also fine. Losing some claims on Georgia. That's fine. We don't need them now. The sooner they expire the better. So we're going to be looking to invade Kazan once this is done, but that's not going to be for 3 years. Hungary is attacking Wallachia. It's good that they're fighting against each other. I'm just not happy about Hungary getting any more powerful, although they've at least lost Russia as an ally, which is an improvement. Great Britain is a long way away. I see France has kicked them out, but Spain's made more inroads. So although they're dangerous, as Austria is now as dangerous, so maybe we can even think about Hungary next time it's the Europeans' turn. But in any case, we need to rebuild our army. What else do we need to do? Build manufactories. It's also true. Check on our institutions. Apparently it's landed in Constantinople, which isn't a big surprise, because they should be the most developed city. So that will help it spread from there. The other thing I was going to look at was the government. I have a feeling, yeah, this did happen. What happened was, because our empire got so big, we reached this tipping point, which they call 1,000 development. And yeah, I didn't actually check the message at the time, but it was saying that we'd become sort of like the main area of like Turkish culture, or possibly even Anatolian culture. So we automatically accepted a huge number of cultures. Now what I would like to do is accept Crimean culture now, promote Crimean culture, because they're 6% of our nation, and it will make them less likely to have an uprising. So hopefully our uprisings are going to start to go down since this happened. However, we still do have an awful lot of cultures which aren't being accepted or promoted, so hopefully we can get onto those at some point. But yeah, it's an improvement, but I do think humanist ideas would be worth its weight in gold now, because we've just got such a list of rebels coming. Independence for Georgia is definitely coming up. Sorry, where are they going to rise? Going to be these areas, isn't it? So if I send this army to Trabzon, because they weren't Georgian, they have their own culture. It's not quite enough to support the army, but it's close. Just might need to split the army in two. So it's getting towards full strength again, which is good. Right, I think going to be just waiting now. So we'll just prepare for the rebellions and wait. There we go. There's the Georgian rebellion. Let's look for the next one. Shivani, well that's fine, that's going to be the same thing, more or less, so yeah. I'll just keep the speed up for now. And you guys can go down to 7 to prepare for that. Great Horde Separatists, where are you going to arise? Could be anywhere over there. So let's just get a little closer. And we'll unpause again. Okay, Armenian Separatists, wasn't expecting them. But that's fine, I'm going to unpause again, let them deal with them. Unfortunately, we're going to have to deal with these guys before we can carry on with that siege. You move back. Okay, so Great Horde is coming. What else? Shia Zealots. Probably in Astara, could be in Haditha. Okay. So it's going to be wherever we have missionaries, presumably. Unfortunately, they're probably not close together. So while we can go towards one of them, we may struggle to have an army near both. Okay, where are you? Definitely going to need the F key for this one. Press F. Where's Haditha? Let's start with. Haditha's there. Okay, brilliant. Where is Astara? Astara's there. Okay. Right, so we can sit there with that army. Astara is the most likely, so let's assume it's going to be Astara. Maybe we can save them before the missionary gets kicked out, but we should do this siege first. Okay, and then you head down to Shervan, so you'll be ready if the zealots arise. Some of our copper mines have hit below standard ores. It's going to cost us more for artillery for a while. That is fine, I can live with that. Not worried. Okay, we're now getting close to the point where we can attack Kazan, so I'm going to start building a spy network. It should be quite worthwhile. Guilds and fraternities, so we've had this before. So local guilds with great influence, I'm not happy about that, and it gives us free prestige, so it's actually brilliant. Definitely not going to be an uprising in Hadatha now then. Ah, brilliant. Integration is a slow process, so we have successfully annexed Astrakhan. We no longer have too many diplomatic relations. Do we still have a Shia Zealot uprising coming? We do, and we have a Great Horde Separatist uprising coming. So maybe if we move our European army up. I suppose the thing is, how far have we got with this? We haven't got very far with it yet. So we still want to go full pelt to how we're building, how we're fabricating claims. Okay, we've got another engineer. So we've got another, I think we already have one of these, but he's 54. And that's not till the end of the game, so yeah, let's get him. And we will replace our current super defense cheap guy with a new one. He's only 31. Not a bad thing. Okay. Alright, let's start moving these people up. As soon as we get there, we'll start fabricating claims. We want a royal marriage, yes. We've lost a general. This general, it looks like. Thankfully, our generals are slowly starting to get better again. Why are you losing? Oh, it's because the other army's passing through. That's fine. Can't do much about that. Okay. Nearly reached Ukek. Right, let's start fabricating some claims. So, first things first, let's take Samara. Probably just going to be able to claim these three. And this is the problem, really. Russia has more or less cordoned off the east. So we're almost going to be forced to fight the Russians sooner or later, again. Anton Chushki and the Ruthenian people. Oh, yes. So he's skill free and his diplomatic reputation, absolutely great. Unfortunately, we may not be able to afford him, even though he's 50% cheaper. So if we leave him as a local leader, that just gives us benefits, and we don't lose the prestige. So definitely worth it. We have gained some more troops. Let's get rid of the cavalry again, but the actual troops can join this army. Hopefully we won't run into any Great Horde separatists on the way. We're actually slowly running out of rebels. That is amazing. Possibly because of that whole cultural thing that we had. Reform of Kamankis. Reign of Ibrahim I, Karl Mustafa Pasha was Prime Minister of Sajrazan. Sounds like he's doing a sensible job, to be honest. So if we empower them, we gain lower ship costs and national tax modifiers, or we can ignore his device and gain legitimacy. Our legitimacy is pretty high already. However, if we have lower ship costs... Now, we do have an option with ships, because the problem with ships is that they do become obsolete. we can just detach the obsolete ones, which apparently is only 5 of the galleys. So if we disband those galleys, okay, so we're now less obsolete. So if we just check our naval limit, we've got room for 5 more ships. So let's build, now that we've got the cheaper costs. You know, I've got a horrible feeling I just got rid of the new ships. Yeah, I did. Okay, so don't do that. But, yeah. Instead, we're going to have to split them. Yeah, that's something to be very careful of, I think, is accidentally detaching the new ships. Right, let's get this down to something sensible. I'm going to get rid of a cog. Because the war galleys, I think... Oh, I suppose the war galleys are obsolete. I don't necessarily want to get rid of the flutes. Or do I? What are we actually looking at in terms of ships now? I do want to get rid of the flutes. Right, fine. Let's build some merchantmen. Build some more galleasses. And let's just split the navy in half and get rid of half of them. That's a bit excessive, but it should mean we've got room to build a lot more new ships. Carry on building them once this lot are built. I just want to see where we're up to without having to look too closely. Incidentally, we seem to have gained an awful lot of money. So I'm wondering if we should build more manufacturers. So we look at where the manufacturers are at the moment. Okay. Yeah, we still don't have that many of them. So looking at the workshops, actually I'm pretty sure Kuban has a workshop, and Zincan? I just built one in the wrong place there. Never mind. I'll leave those to go. At least we've got 2 in the right place, and it's still a manufacturer even if it's not on a workshop. Okay, fabricate another claim. So, Saratov. Should just check if we don't have any allies. Uzbek is an ally. However, we're not going to be able to... Oh, are we? Actually, maybe we can. Maybe we could make a claim on them. Yes, we could. Okay. I think I could personally make a claim on this province here, because it's across the sea from us, so we'll actually get beyond the Caspian Sea now. I don't think we'd achieve that until we annexed Nogai. Okay. That's convenient. They are conveniently next door. Technology, always good. National sovereignty. So we have the option of a new idea group. So if we just look at our current tech, we are massively ahead in admin, probably because we've only just claimed one, but the fact remains that we are slightly ahead in admin compared to the others. So in the name of sanity, how about we go for humanist ideas? Yeah, I think that's a good idea. It doesn't mean it'll be longer before our next idea group, because we won't be getting the admin tech that would allow us to get the constitution to unlock it. But at the same time, humanist ideas should be pretty useful. Great. Okay, lost an advisor by the look of it. So who do we have who's just +1? Trade efficiency, give us more money. That's fine. That's fine. Got a rebel uprising. Shia Zealots in Astara. I really wish I'd get on with it. We've got some separatists here. Who've literally just arisen as I was looking at them. If I can give these guys a general. Send them straight over. Okay, let's keep an eye on Kazan. Still got a way to go before we're ready to declare war. But we're nearly there. Move you back while they reclaim the province. We still have Great Horde separatists. We do not. Okay, that's good. In that case, we can get this army right on the edge of Kazan. That means we can also safely split this army up so it stops taking damage. So they're both ready. Quickly, come on. I want them to take over and kick the missionary out. We already did this one. I'm going to let them keep having coffee. I have enough rebellions, thank you, without denying people coffee. Right, so actually we do want this claim on Uzbek as well, don't we? Not sure which one we're going to get first. But if nothing else, just thinking, should I do a bigger army or should I build another manufactory? I am a little concerned that we're getting very close to manufactories actually happening. So I might go with them. So workshops. Well, there are a few down here. Got Haleb, Amasya. There, put one in Haleb. That should do it. Okay, I'm guessing we'll get the Uzbek one first. So let's keep an eye on Uzbek. There we go. So we'll make the one claim that we can make. Stop building a spy network, but that means if they do come into the war on Kazan's side, we can take some land from them as well. In fact, we could even declare war on them, because it looks like Kazan will come in. Might be a safer bet. But in any case, spy network, there we go. We have done it. So however we decide to do it, we are now ready to attack. So yeah, I will bring my armies together and we'll do that next time. We'll be straight in to take on what's left of Kazan. Move a bit further into the northeast. So I'll see you then.